Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Street Savvy, the podcast. I'm Jay Works, the host that pays the most the conversation about every topic we have here on Street Savvy, the podcast. And I'll let you know it's a great day, great topic. Well, for starters, all week we've been trending on child support. It's a part of my life. It's been a part of my life. I've been paying since I was 17 years old. 17, I've been paying. Probably earlier than that, I think 16, but don't quote me on that. And it's been a part of my life, either good or the bad or the ugly. It has taught me a part of responsibility in ways you wouldn't imagine. But a lot of us fellas look at it as we've been duped, we've been stooped, we've been played, we've been dyed, we've been fried. Because owing child support or paying child support, having arrears, it has an effect on your everyday life daily. And if you work or you take care of your children or not, or you're a responsible father, not a daddy, you have been affected by child support. Child support will take away things that a normal person can have without a child, or who don't owe rears, or who don't owe their children's mom, and who's responsible enough. And a lot of us guys, not even this that, are responsible, have custody of their kids, or have a good joint a parent custody with the opposite of the parent, and it still gets railroaded by child support. I'm here to tell you, and a reason why I'm doing this, because a lot of my friends and family, as well as my sons, are going through it dearly. I have a son, one of my sons, he's 30, and I have one of my sons who's married with children, and other ones don't, which is a good thing. I tell anybody don't have kids till you're ready, because it's pretty much expensive. But anyways, my son is at this age he is now. He's doing much better than his dad was. He's kept a job. He's a works, WORKS. If you know what that means, gets the job done. But he's always been complacent and wanting to be in his kids' lives. He want to be a super dad, which he is. He has joint custody of one of his sons, and his other son and his daughter. He definitely pays child support, and he gets them, and he gets some things they need. He's a father and a half, and still he gets the same broad and attitude that broads us men, that some of these women are subject to, of trying to put a leash or getting a dog slicked on us, which has child support, wanting more or wanting things that we don't have because they need things, or because they want us to do it when they need it. And we don't have it. We got other kids, other responsibilities. And my son is going through that. He's going through that at this point. And I told him, you can fight that back. There's ways of doing the fighting that back. Do not quit. Do not give up. Keep standing your children's life, but definitely go to court. It's sources and rules and things that you can have towards you as well. You are not pinned down as a father. Child support is not a bad thing, and it works in certain ways, in a good way for certain folks. If you know how to manage the system, take care of your child, go down there and give them what you can give them, and still take care and provide in TLC, God will prevail for you. But if not, if you lay down and have baby with someone you don't know and has an agenda, it's a problem. And I've had several women that I had kids by and has an agenda, and then as well as my fault too. I was a daddy when I was young. I wasn't a father. I didn't know half the things I know today, of responsibility of TLC. And back then, paying $25 or $50 a week or a month was out of the question. I had money in my pocket and I was hustling. I was doing things, and I was paying without documentations. I was getting kids and getting food and bringing them over to my family. I was whoever I laid down with, my kids was over there. But yeah, that sounds good and dandy. But anyways, by paperwork, it don't work. Child support is seriously something you don't want to play with. And over the years, I've been hampered. I've been in several lawsuits, and when it comes to settle, child support takes it. Some are great jobs, half the money goes to child support or own arrears. And the majority of the money you owe, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, folks, don't go to the children. It goes to the system, which is called public assistance, that your children's mother was on, just to provide health care, child care, welfare, you name it. They really never see it vaguely unless the mother's working. She got a job, and they taking a chunk out of you. And the system promotes a woman to be a single parent. It promotes them to be on PA. It promotes them to take child support out. It promotes we will take action between any man that's not doing what you think should be right. And what woman knows the half of being a father? She know what being a mother. Every woman got a little bit of being a mother, or a lot. I'm not a woman, I can't tell you that. But to exercise her rights, a lot of women know what's going on. But when it comes to being a father, a lot of them don't have a fucking clue. A clue. And that was hampers a lot of us guys today. We don't take care of our business. We don't stand 10 toes down on when that baby touch ground, I'm going to do everything I can do. And some of us do. And since I have been a father, the numbers has went up. A lot of guys have stepped up. A lot of mothers has went backwards. I'm providing for a child and providing welfare, child care, and health care for them, or generational wealth. Child support has ruined my life since day one. And I have helped it. I have been a part of it. Have not been a part of the solution. I've been part of the problem, not knowing. Because fellas, if you do know something about child support, if you can't pay, you can't pay. If you didn't have the job or the means, they can't make you pay arrears or penalties. Some cities and states do. And there's ways you can get that taken off. Get you a lawyer and figure out the situations. You know, get you a lawyer and figure out the situations and times at hand. It's critical. It's critical that you take care of your business early with your children or your children's mom or your child's mom. Child support is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. I tell you that from the bottom. Those people don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Don't want to hear no sympathy. Don't want to hear you on. Don't want to hear you on SSI or you on workers' comp. They do not care. They Gustavo. And I'm saying it from public experience. I'm saying it from here today. My license in jeopardy today over arrears. My children who I'm paying child support for is over 25. Massachusetts state law, as long as they in college or go to school, you have to pay. And two of my kids are not in school, and I'm still paying. And one of my kids have children, and he's in his 30s. I'm paying back arrears on grown folks. One of my daughters in college, so I don't mind paying. She's a graduate student. So, and I got 4 cases. And on my oldest child, she's 32, 33. Still paying arrears for her. It's because I didn't stand on business then, and now it's taking me to them. I'm a middle-aged man. I got to stand on business now. I got to get back into court and take care of my business. I can't travel like I want to. I can't buy or lease things like I want to. Child support is a thorn. Child support is a weakening. Child support is a serious matter into my daily activity and the way of life. Child support is really stressful. Child support ruins lives and families at the same time. Because some fellas run. Some fellas feel like it ain't right. Some fellas feel like I was a father. But being a father ain't a daddy. Some fellas skip those numbers, had TOC, paid outfits, clothing, hairdos, summers, weekends. But then you got some of these women out here feel like you treated me like this years ago. Here's my time to pay you back. Even if I'm married or in a relationship, these women are Gustavo. All because a lot of us men didn't stand on principle and take care of our business in the early years of having a child or children by these women. Do I blame these women? Hell yeah. Because in my case, even in my son's case, people are taking advantage of the system and it's wrong. And it's hurting me. And it's hurting the other kids I got to provide for. And my family as well. That means I got to work this old body extra. When I'm hurting, I can't sit down. I don't take handouts. And now I'm in the court. I'm in the battle of my life, figuring out what's numbers of mine and what's numbers ain't. What's children of mine and what's not. Do I have a thought in my mind because these women are so egregious and so overzealous of taking everything I got? Yes, I'm anxious. And I claim all my kids. I don't give a crap of what I did. I lay down with you unprotected, unresponsible. I claim those kids. Was that right? Hell no. And a lot of my kids, I did get DNA back in the day. Blood tests done. Now they're doing swipes. Several of my children, I got DNA for a blood test back in the day. And that's why here today, I'm still paying child support. Fellas, if you don't stand on business early, and it's for you young fellas, especially you young guys today, that don't understand the rule of child support or being a parent or being a father, not a daddy. Because any one of us can father a child. Any one of us can be a father of a child. Any one of us. A 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old. But can you be a father? Do you have TLC? Do you have responsibility of yourself? Can you wash your own behind? Can you cook and clean for yourself? Can you provide for yourself as well as someone else? Do you know when you have children, it's not about you. It's not about the J's, the Jordans, the PD code outfits, the new cars, the new trucks. It's about your child. Do any of our men have that in us? Hell no. In the beginning. None of us do. And child support today got a lot of men homeless. A lot of men are homeless in America today. Can you bring me that report in there, producer, please? That's on the printer. A lot of men are so homeless today, they can't pay rent. They can barely take care of themselves. And they got to pay child support just to stay on the streets. Let me give you a statistic from the internet, from very well families. United States child support satisfactory. Since 2020, May 14th, it's been $33.7 billion in child support was owed during the years from since 2015 to the average of support due $5,000 per year, $5,760 per year. That's a lot of damn money. $33 billion is 15%. No, I'm sorry, 1.15% of our or the United States deficit that we owe China and other places. That is bullshit. Excuse my language. That's bull at its finest. So you would say, how much is all that money warranted? That's some government penalties. That's some shafting going on. That's some, we preach these women to be in a single family, to let them get on food stamps quick, to let them get PA quick, public assistance. We force them into child support systems. And because us as men don't stand on business, we too much of being daddies instead of being fathers in the beginning. We're part of that 33 billion.7. That's a lot of my money in there. And as I sit here and tell you, my child, it goes from 23, 25, 30, and 33. I'm paying child support for four. I got 4 different accounts for Massachusetts. I'm paying child support rears. I can't even go out and be a businessman, a sole provider by myself, my lonesome, or LLC, you name it, they take it half. I can't go on lease or rent an apartment without child support coming up on my credit report, FICA and UL and everywhere else. All three main credit reports. And that's what lead a lot of brothers are going to prison for other charges because brothers be hustling. They want to go out and sell drugs, they want to go out and sell things because child support's a number. Because even if you got a full-time job, an average paying job today, what, $20 an hour, $25 an hour, that don't make it. That don't cut it. Because child support is taking $20 a week or $1.50 out of your check. If you're making $25 an hour, that's $800 to $1,000 a month in child support. A rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,100 to $1,500. Any major city. It's ridiculous the strain child support have on the black and brown community, any man as a whole. And I tell you, fellas, I don't blame nobody. It's just shame that where I'm getting treated. My kid's mother still accepting my money when my kids are way past grown. And two of my children, besides the one in college and the one just working, I got grandkids. Two of my kids have grandkids from me, and they getting child support money. Well, they not getting it. And I tell you the story. Just recently, allegedly, it gets back to me. You know, I made a phone call to Boston, and I was doing what the lawyers told me, and I'm trying to be on my grown man, which I'm a middle-aged man. I'm always going to be business. You guys know that. One of my kids' mothers, the thought was, hey, listen, you don't need my little money. My son's working. He's making money. Can you please just go down there and stop it? The words got back to me. Quote, my kid's mother said, your father, to my sons, or to whoever she was conversating with allegedly, your father didn't think about the crap he took me through in the early years. So now this is my chance to get him back. So my son said he looked back, was like, Ma, that's not right. And as today, this same son, he's going through the same thing with his children's mom. The same exact thing. It's a revolving door. This cycle has to stop. And yes, I know some women need it. Majority of women do. And some just don't. Some getting their nails, their hair done, their feet done, taking trips, they get BBLs, all types of crap. And it happened to the big guy too. Any guy in the industry, I just seen one guy got to pay $500,000 a year, $50,000 a month. Kanye got to pay $200,000 a month, allegedly. It's ridiculous how the system is rigged to change your life, to ruin your life. Because when you was younger, you didn't have a handbook how to be a father. You didn't have the wherewithal to be responsible to go in with a condom or contraception or ask the girl, was she on birth control? And even if you did, you still went in unprotected. And I was one of the fools. I got biologically 11 kids that I know of. Literally. That's how foolish I was back then. None of my kids are a mistake. But if I had a chance to rewrite history, I'd be a different guy. But I'm not saying I wouldn't have those kids. But because I want to be a hunching dog or devil, however you want to put it, or be a elusive brother who didn't know any better, searching for love in all the wrong places, this would have got me 30, 35, 40 years later. From having my first child, from graduating June 13th, had my first child June 17th, 4 days later. What a great Father's Day gift, and what a great crime to not even understand. I love my oldest daughter to death. I love all my kids. But the money that it has extorted from me in accounts and from lawsuits, from bank accounts, is ridiculous. It has a man questioning if these kids were ever yours or mine or whoever. Now, all of these kids that I paid child support for, of course, I got DNA. But it's some I didn't get none for. And that's ignorancy from me. That's ignorancy from me. Not knowing the wherewithal, just being a father. Any man can father a child. 13, 14, 15, 16, and so forth. Any man. But can you be there to take care of that child? Can you be the ultimate? Now, I know some women in my life, in my family, they don't play with child support. They don't play with it. They don't want to deal with them people in their business. They any means necessary. My mom was one of them. I also have sisters who pay child support. Sister who paid child support. I also have women friend of mine think it's the worst thing in the world to do to a man. But also know women, I need that. That's mine. I can't stand this other baby mother or his wife, so I'm gonna get him that way. Well, I can't stand this. It's things of that nature. But I'm here to tell you, fellas, what starts that is you. You got to start with yourself. And there's no getting around that. My son told me, quote, verbatim, allegedly, his baby mother told him he made a deal with her. She reneged. She said, he'll be 21 soon. He ain't even 10 yet. That is the most retarded thing I ever heard. And it hurts me because I listen to my baby on the phone and he sound like me. When I was telling people about child support, when I was telling my younger brothers and sisters, do not do what I did. Do not go out and have these babies by these girls. Do not go in unprotected. When I was coming home working 30 to 40 hours a week, getting $18 to $19 on my check for years. Let me tell you folks something. I had a belief in my mind, which is very ignorant, street level. I ain't filing no darn taxes. They taking my damn money weekly and with the state and federal taxes. I wasn't getting nothing. But I was stupid of me. I should have filed back then. They hit me with so many penalties. It's killing a brother today. I don't need pockets, not to hold money in. My money goes to my children. And so when I don't get phone calls from my grandchildren, my children on birthdays and holidays, on Christmas, even on New Year's, even on Father's Day, it stabs me in my heart because I've been a father all my life. Being a daddy wasn't good enough. It's God's heavenly truth. I have a younger sister, and I love her to death. I see her doing it time and time again by her lonesome. I salute her. Salute her. She took the responsibility and the reality of saying, hey, I laid down and made them. I'm going to take care of them. I love you, my sister. You know who I'm talking about. God bless you. It is imperative, men, that you know who you laying down with. Literally. I done had sex with. Woo! That ain't important. It ain't important who you have sex with. It's how and when you be responsible for who you having sex with. Child support will break you, make you, and teach you all at once. No bullshit. I have never met one man going through what I'm going through with child support today. And I don't blame no one. I blame myself. And have I asked my children's mother, yo, put on this stop. These kids are grown. Yes. I got one told me, and our daughter's way off in college. She ain't looking at no kids. You owe me. That's bitterness. Why should I hold you? The girl taking care of herself. The girl been taking care of herself. You had my daughter as a pawn. That's my opinion, allegedly. But today I'm here to tell you folks, having kids ain't that. It ain't it. It ain't it. If you ain't married and you ain't locked in on a commitment on TLC as what can you do, not what she can do, fellas, you will have a problem for the rest of your life. I'll tell you a story. Me and my wife had just got married. We go to file taxes. Of course, I heard of it. They take the wife money as well. I hear older people down the line. My dad told me a few times. Never happened to me. Got married. Me and my wife went to go file. They took my wife money. Oh, you owe too. My wife was furious because she don't know nothing about that. She had no reason to know. That wasn't a part of her life till she met me. I felt bad, folks, every day. And I paid this woman her money. And I told her that because my kid's a few years younger than my wife. 10 years. Why she had to pay for my responsibility? Wife, that's how I felt. And I felt so bad because of my ignorancy, my stupidity, not knowing when to fold, when to wrap up, who to wrap up with, or just plain don't do it at all. Yeah. Yeah, America. You can't blame someone who wants fun and young at the same time. You need to blame yourself for just wanting to stay in and not get out. But how the system is rigged and our ignorance lays with these women, those are problems and situations. It's called pettiness. Now, I have no quarrels with either woman who got me for child support. One, my older daughter's mother is married, been married for years. Two, my son's mother, I don't know her situation or her genre of things she do, but my kids are well enough and been grown, shouldn't have to pay for them. And my daughter's a graduate student, don't need my money. And there you go. Literally. I am still baffled and I'm hurt over things I cannot accomplish because of child support. Because my stupidness and my ignorancy not to know what to do or the wherewithal how to do it. Only God knows. Fellas, I'm going to wrap this up saying Please wrap up. Stay safe. Kids, not everything. Be married, not divorced, not devoted. Have TOC responsibility. I love you. And women, please see though that you having a baby by the right man, not the wrong man. Don't have a baby with someone who was like me when I was younger. No responsibility. God bless. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. God bless America.